All right. Morning, morning. Just waiting for this to load up and I can mute it. All right, there we go. All right. So, good morning, everybody. This is the 14th day of February, and we already had a little bit of announcement. Not much happening in the dollar right now, as you can see. And let me pull this up here. Uh, all right. So today is Wednesday. We have CPI on the pound 2 o'clock this morning. Governor Bailey is speaking this morning, so that could change the pound a little bit. And don't forget tonight you got unemployment claims or employment claims on the Aussie. So be careful on Aussie tonight. Right. So there you go. All right. So as you can see, big quandary here on the dollar index. Is it going up or is it going down? So you can see you got a flag pattern, right here, which says whatever you did going in, that's how you're coming out of here. All right. So that's one. Then you got MACD pointing down here. You can see the bears are here already trying to take it to the downside. So it's kind of it's in a quandary. We don't really know what it is yet. So anyway, we'll just go with what the charts say they are. All right, so euro dollar says we're going to go down. Why? We got a flag pattern for a continuation to the downside. All right, so let's see if we can find any room here. First thing we're going to do is pull up the ATR, and we're going to find the euro dollar, and it's got a 66 pip ATR. Find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday right there. We put a high in afterwards. So if we're going down for 66 pips from here. And we will not be able to trade it till we break out here. So let's just check and see if we have 55 pips left. You got to have a 55 pip wide open space or you do not have an opportunity. It's tight, folks. All right. You really want to break hook down here, which means you don't have 55 pips. So yeah, but it's 52. Why don't you just take it? Because we follow our rules. We don't not follow our rules. Rule breakers ultimately get taken to the cleaners. Over to pound dollar. We've had a move down there tonight. That was a alert, and we got 60 pips of it maybe. Still a little bit left. Let's see if we have 55 pips left to the target. We'll go down to the target, and that's the ATR target, 55 pips. And yeah, if we get up here, we would have 55 pips. No, it shows the projected move based on 14 days of averaging its everyday move. That's why we use a 14-day period. So every day it calculates it, adds it to it, all right? Then it divides it by 14 days, and that's how many pips it does, all right? And the bankers know what it is because you can watch them go right to it. So, all right. So if we get the turn here, all right, MACD's pointing to the downside. We will have 55 pips. Let's go see what the Three Musketeers say about that. All right. So, if you're new here, these are Heikin-Ashi charts down here, totally different type of chart. Can't use them for trading because the price is never correct. But what you can use them for is to see who's in control of the currency on that time frame and what is the order flow. All right. So we call them the Three Musketeers because the Three Musketeers had a saying, all for one and one for all. So if these charts are all saying the same thing, that's what it's trying to do. We're trying to go down. We're trying to maybe start again, and we are going sideways. All right. So now we try to validate these three charts with the three oscillators. Yeah, we're going down. No, we're going up. No, we're going up. All right. Now this is a good sign here because we need it to go up a little bit further if we're going to go down. All right. Remember, if they run out of sellers, they got to go up to find the sellers. All right. So it's pretty easy to see the trade here now. All right. So the whole trade is right here, right? And we'll hold for the 2.618 down here. And trade one is here in the head right there when we get up to the top. And trade two is here. All right. So just a little snowman. And how do we trade that? Okay, this is trade one. This is trade two. 1/3 of our lots in the trade one with 3 times the stop on a 10-minute chart. All right. Then as soon as the second trade goes in, which is 2/3 of our lots, okay, that stop has to be moved to break even. All right. This is an entry order. So while it's when it enters your entry order, your job is to move the stop. All right. Then you hold for the target. When you get down here, it's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. If you see you have little candles like this, exit 2/3 of those lots, hold trade one for this next target. All right. If you see a big candles like that, hold all three for the next target. All right. So it's pretty simple. There you go. All right. We'll see if we get a pullback on that pound dollar. All right. It only has a few more pips to go. All right. Dollar Swissy. All right, dollar Swissy, and it follows the dollar index, and we're outside of the channel now, so I can't trade it no matter what. Let's see here. I'm on a 240 here. We've gone nowhere, and we're going to get a hint on the dollar index here. Let me go to the 60 minutes. So you can see it looks just like the dollar, virtually the same as the dollar index. So is it a flag to go up, or are they making the turn to go down? All right. So they put the money in twice, as you see, so they can go down. All right. So the money comes in here, first money on the fundy. Here comes the second money on the fundy. First money comes out here, second money comes out here. All right. Once they're totally out of the buys, totally vested in the sells, that's when we can go to the downside. And that's one of the reasons it takes so long to do a reversal, all right? Because they got to get out of these buys before they can go into the sells, all right? Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, the GR, yeah. Oh, okay. Let me go look at that. Thanks for the heads up on that. Yeah, that was a target for yesterday. Okay, yeah, we don't even have a trade because we don't have 55 pips. Remove that. And I should have done that. Thanks for the heads up, Jimmy. So yeah, we almost did target right there. All right. So no trade there on that pound yen at all, pound dollar at all. All right. So dollar Swissy. Let me go back to the dollar Swissy. There we go. All right. Are we going down or are we going up? Well, either way, it doesn't matter because we're not going to trade it up, all right? And we're not going to trade it counter trend until we're back in the channel and have a chance to look at it. So we'll just find a target and be done with this one, all right? 69 pip ATR. See how much it jumped from yesterday? Man, that's crazy. All right, so find the 5 o'clock candle right there, and we put a high in right there. We're going to go down for 69 pips, big jump, 69 pips, and there you go. All right, so nothing to do on it, walk away from it. Dollar yen. Now, this is a different story here. This could go either way. So if it goes up, we're going to the day chart top. All right. Now, I got it down because MACD is pointing down right now. But this could just as easily, all it has to do is start moving up, and this will roll over and move up. All right. So although we're pointing our way down right now, and it would be nice to see that right there, we still have this up here. And remember, you're sitting in a flag pattern, and typically a flag pattern will continue the move to the upside. See? All right, so we'll have plenty of time to prove that. If it doesn't break and comes out here, if it breaks up here, you get a break, hook, and go. That takes 20 minutes. We got plenty of time to figure the target up there. Right now, I got it down, and let's go see what the Three Musketeers say about it. And the Three Musketeers say, we're going nowhere. No, we're trying to turn it down. No, we're still going up. No, we're trying to turn it down. We're trying to turn it down. We're trying to turn it down. All right, see, so they're telling us they're trying to turn it down, all right? So that's why I went with that. All right. So here's the opportunity on a breakout. Make sure you take the bottom out. You know, don't mess with this bottom. Make sure the breakout comes out here. And then when you get into this area, you want it to pull down here and then pull up. And then once it pulls up, all right, then you'll get trade 1 right here, and then trade 2 right here to the target. Hold for the 2.618 just below it. All right, so dollar yen's on the table for a sell. Let's see, nice snowman. All right, over to Aussie. Doubtful we'll be able to trade this because it has a low ATR right now. Aussie dollar, 55 pips is it. But you can see it's a corrective move. All right, looks very much like a bear flag for the downside. All right, if that's the case, then this will be the high for the day. So I'm just going to put the target on. You know, you don't have 55 pips because you have to sell it at where I clicked this at. All right. So there you go. So the target is there. You really don't want it to here, and you don't have enough room there either. You got to have 55 pips because you have to press your winners without exception. To press your winners without exception, you must always put the second trade in first to make sure you don't forget it. And you put that in with 2/3 of your lots. Trade one is never more than 1/3 of your lots. You stick your foot in the water. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong on 1/3 of your lots instead of 3/3. All right. But if you get it right, you only have a little bit of money in risk, which is why you got to have the place for the 2/3 to go in. And once you get used to doing it, you won't do it any other way. All right. So nothing there on Aussie dollar. Euro yen, there we go. All right, now we got a possible bull flag here. It was a live trade yesterday that stopped right up here and then didn't go anywhere. I did get out for break even, but we came down, pulled down, and we found some buyers here. But you can see MACD is close to breaking out, but it is making the turn to the upside. All right, so well, what is going on? All right, so let's go check the Three Musketeers because they're going to give us a big help. Yeah, we're going up. Yeah, we're going up. Yeah, we're going up. 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 And it won't take much to turn that up. So they're going up. All right. All right. Let me get a better, a new 1,000 on here from this last move. All right. Use the last move if you can. You know, can't always, but if you get a chance to, that's what they're doing now. All right. There you go. So there's the 1,000. Let's find the target on Euro Yen. And it is 109 pips for the ATR. We go find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday right in there. We put a low in after that. That's this one down here. We go up for 109 pips, 109. And voila, there's a target right on the 1.270 pip. All right. All right, let's go see what the Three Musketeers say about it. They say you're going up, you're going up, you're going. Oh, we already did that. Sorry. Yeah. All right, so let's find the trade, which is right here. Here's the opportunity all the way to the 1.618 right there, and we're going to have a breakout of this support or resistance right here. Break, hook, and go. When that happens, all right, trade one is here, and trade two is here, right there, and you're going to hold for the 1.618. So there you go. About 70 pips left in that thing, so not too shabby. All right, Euro yen up. All right. And we had dollar yen down, all right, for now, but we'll see. All right. If the pound yen, Euro yen, New Zealand yen, and Aussie yen all say we're going up, then we'll come back and redo this chart. All right. So here we go. Pound yen, we had a breakout to the downside, and we'll see if traders got it. That was the real estate of the week trade continuation. We talked about it yesterday. Yeah, me too, Andy. Yeah, we've got a close in reverse right here. You got a zero line break to the downside. All right, so that tells you we're going down. Let's see if we can find the Three Musketeers to help us out here. And they say, yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. We were going down. We're going down. We're still going up a little bit, and we're going down. All right, they tell us we're going down. So, you know, that's a good sign. We got dollar yen to the downside, and we got GJ to the downside. So that EJ is, you're right, it's probably wrong. We do have a channel on here now started, so we'll go ahead and put it on. That also means that that's the bailout place. Little channel, Heartline is proven right there. Here's the opportunity. Let me make this a little bigger for you. There we go. All right. Find the 5 o'clock. We need a ATR on here. I mean, a 1,000 fib from the swing high. I'm using the last piece, swing high to swing low to swing high. And that gives me a 1,000 right down in here. All right. Go over to pound yen and 121 pip ATR. Find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday right up here. There we go, 1,600, and it is the open, so we'll take it. And we're going down for 121 pips. 120. See, I didn't have to go anywhere but the New York fix here because they didn't put a high in after that. See? All right, so where's that target? And that target is right down here, right here. So the question now is, do we have 55 pips left in this thing? So we go over and find the target at ATR, and we go up for 55 pips. And voila, we don't have 55 pips. We do from here, but it has to break this bottom here. See that? So because it has to break that bottom, you won't have 55 pips left down here. Break and hook. All right. Now, if it breaks down here and pulls up here and turns again, well, then you would have an opportunity. But hopefully there's a better trade somewhere else than that. Because that's barely going to make it. All right. All right. New Zealand dollar. All right. Looks very much like a bear flag to continue down. So more and more we're getting information, all right, with the dollar going down, dollar yen going down, pound yen going down, New Zealand doing a close, New Zealand and Aussie doing bear flags for a continuation of the downside. The more we look at it, the more it's telling us dollar index is going to go up. And remember, you have to watch the dollar index 8-10 times a session, all right, because the reaction to the dollar index is immediate. And it can take a trade away from you in a matter of seconds. All right. We also got a flag to the upside. We haven't been able to trade this because it doesn't have a 55 pip ATR. So we'll put the target on and we'll walk away from it. 1600. We put a low in after that. If it'll do 54, it'll do 55. So there we go. And you see, you don't have 55 pips left. All right, over to Aussie yen. I'll be glad when the ATRs come back up. They're pretty low. All right, I'm going to clean this up a little bit here. Take these fibs off right there. Take this fib off right there. Take this off, and you can see we've got a top. All right. We're at a double top right now. Let's go up a little higher, 240, and see where we're at. Okay, so you got another top up here. I'm going to go ahead and put that line on now so I know how close it is. You see, it's not very far away. It's a day chart top because these are all days in here, as you can see. All right. So get this. Okay. All right. So can't trade into the day chart top anyway. We got a triple top right here, right now. MACD going down, but the histogram is going up on the 240. Let's see. We don't live in this world. We live in a 60-minute world. Yep, it's going up. All right. Is this a move to get up to the top to go down, or is this a move to get up to go up to the day chart top? All right. Thanks, Andy. All right. All right. So, well, I don't know. Let's go see what the Three Musketeers say about it. All right. Three Musketeers say, yeah, we're going up. We're trying to go up. Yeah, we're going up. We're going up. We're going up. We're going nowhere, and we're going up. All right. So they're trying to go up, folks, not down. And we don't want any part of that because we're not going to trade into a day chart top. That's for sure. All right. So, what happens to traders is they think there's a trade everywhere, and there's not. All right. We're looking for a cherry-picked great trade. Let me find where this top is. Looks like it's over here. Yeah, it's a little bigger. There you go. See, got the heart line proven. I was looking for the heart line. Now, that proves these 2 points also. See, so now you know that this is a good channel. All right. And I got 28 pips to the top. I don't want any part of that. All right. I'm going to put a fib on from the swing low right over here to the swing high of this last leg. All right. You see they pulled to the 382 and bounced. Is a target out of that after they take out the day chart top is the 1270 up there. I don't want any part of it. I'm just going to find the ATR, and then I'm going to walk away from this one. All right, Aussie yen, and I like Aussie yen. It's one of my favorite currencies, but not this morning. All right, 1600 is where you start the ATR right there on that spinning top. You put a low in after that. You go to the low. That's the low for the day. Where's the high for the day? That's what the ATR tells you before it happens. 61 pip ATR is it. And as you can see, that's the target. They're right there. All right, nothing there. All right, you're Aussie. All right, you're Aussie coming down pretty hard here and get rid of this. Get rid of the upside fib right there. Get rid of that. Come on. Let me get a fib on over here. Looking for the swing low, swing high of this range. I think I'll take this one over here. Let me see if this works first. Swing low, swing high right there. Yeah, I guess they're using them. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm looking to see where they're using them. All right, make sure they're using those lines. Stop it on those lines. Stop it on those lines. Stop it on those lines. Otherwise, you don't know that these are the lines they're using. All right. So we got a little pullback here. Is this, so am I the only one that can make an uptrend a downtrend? What is it? Uptrend, downtrend. Got a zero line break to the downside. Okay. So that's a real good sign. You did get it at the very bottom of the move. That's why they got to pull it up because nobody's going to sell at the bottom. Dumb money will sell at the bottom, and smart money will sell at the top. So dumb money sells here, gets stopped out on the pullback, and it goes where they thought they was going to go. And they get so mad. Oh, the broker stopped me out again. No, you sold right in the bottom. You got to have a rule. It says I never sell at the bottom. I never buy at the top. So I can't buy here. So they're going up. Bankers all got the same rule. And so they're going up. Are they going up to find sellers or not? Uh, uh, that's exactly right, Andrew. Right? 400 to 500 pips, right? A day. And now they're just hardly anything, right? Let's go see what the Three Musketeers say. Because this is a dilemma. Is it going up or is it going down? We're going down in the big world. We're going up right now, but that's got a Tom DeMark line holding it. Overall, we're trying to go down. This is flat, this is going up, and this is down. So not a lot of information there, all right? Let's go look at the confirmer chart. It tells us it only gives an arrow if it's with the trend. So the trend's down, it gives you an arrow, right? If the trend's up, it gives you an arrow, all right? So this down move, we have no arrow, not one, all right? So the confirmer says we think this is a pullback. All right. Now, I don't trade any of that. It's just pieces of information. I'm not looking to trade that. I'm just looking to get some information. I still don't know what it is. All right. So I'm going to have to figure the targets both ways. All right. I'll just use the ATR. And once I get a known direction, if I get one this morning, then I'll put the 1000 fib on. All right. So Euro Aussie has an ATR. Where are you? Right here, 109 pips. Right? Uh, oh, yeah, it could be. Yeah. It's got a B. Right. So see the B, this little B right here is what negates it. If that wasn't there and they stopped there, you would have had a cup and handle. Exactly right. Right. But because there's a B, the B always negates it. Now it may still be, and they're going to use it as that. We don't know, but we can't count on it that way. 109 pip ATR, find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday, and it's up here, 1600 right there. We put a high in afterwards. Did we go down 109 pips? All right. We'll see, 109 and to the downside. All right, if there is a trade, it's got to go up 55 pips and make the turn. And we don't have 55 pips right now. You got about 30, 35 maybe 35 pips left. So it's got to go higher. All right, then to the upside, if it did break to the upside, we'll leave this on. And if we see it going up there, we'll come back and put it on to the upside. All right, so, right now, because you got a zero line break, let's not complicate things. Keep things as simple as you possibly can. All right, I'll be a seller until you prove I'm a buyer anyway. So it doesn't matter whether my charts are set up that way or not, because I will not be a buyer until you prove it. All right. So part of the process of learning to trade is learning how to prove it. All right. So this is what we're doing right now. We're in the process of eliminating currencies that cannot give us a return on investment. So once I get that knowledge, okay, then I can concentrate on only a few currencies and cherry pick the one or two that may have a real opportunity this morning. Has the most ATR left, because the ATR move starts yesterday at 5. So I'm on the back side of that. All right. That's why London rock and rolls. They can do the whole ATR in London, which you've seen already. All right, we'll leave that one alone for now. All right, pound Aussie. All right, Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie. Come on, let me get rid of this from yesterday. And go up to a 60. And you can see we came down pretty hard here. Get rid of this downside. I'm going to redo this chart. So I'm going to remove all the tools. I'll come back on this chart. Pound Aussie. Let me come back on it. There's no sense taking all that off. I can just go ahead and start it from scratch. And that's a good learning curve anyway. All right, over to the Euro New Zealand. All right. Yeah, we can look at it. Hold on, I'll do that real quick before I. Still in that big sideways move, Abdul. You know, Abdul, you can make one of these. Just take one off and put one on your charts. You know, just big sideways move here. I don't have an ATR for it, so we don't pull that. So I'm not ready to trade it yet. But anyway, but it looks pretty good, except sideways. But it's a big Darvis box, so it's good. All right, back to the charts, and we're at Euro New Zealand, I believe. Yep. Euro New Zealand had it up last night, and then it flipped with the dollar. All right, so we get rid of this. We get rid of this, and we get rid of this to the upside. All right, now, once again, is this an uptrend or a big downtrend? All right, so you can see you got a zero line break here to the downside. All right, but it happened at the end of the move again, one more time. It took all that move to get that to happen. So they got to go back up. And if they're going down, that's what they need to do. But what if that's the bounce point for the up move? 110 pips. Thank you, Andy. Okay. Oh, pretty sweet. Just like the dollar yen, man. Runs with that. That's good to know. All right. Thanks, Andy. All right. Let's go see what the Three Musketeers say. And they say, we're going nowhere. We're trying to turn it up. We're trying to turn it up. We're going down. No, we're trying to turn it up. So again, we don't know if this is a pullback or not. So we go over to the confirmer and it says, you're not trending down. All right. But over here, we got arrow right there. See, so they suspect it's a pullback to go up again. All right. So you can see if that was the case, all right, if that's the case, you got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, which doesn't go into 1, 5 wave. We're in a 5th wave to the upside. Wow, which one is it? I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly right. Range trading is and you better become a range trader because the forex doesn't trend. All right, everybody thinks the forex trends. It doesn't. It ranges. Now it can have big channels inside a range, but they don't trend. Very rarely, maybe 4 or 5 times a year, we'll get one. I don't know. We'll see. This one, the jury's out on this one still. I'm not going to trade it. I don't know if it's a buy or a sell. So, with MACD going down, I'm going to consider it a pullback to go down again, and we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to pull up the ATR, and that's all I'm going to use on this for now. All right. Euro New Zealand, 123 pip ATR. Find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday. 1600 right there on that spinning right there. Okay, there we go. And we're going down for, wait a minute. We put a high in after that. Put a high in after that, which was up here. And then we go down for 123 pips. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. And we don't have 55 pips left. So there we go. There we go. All right. Pound New Zealand. All right. Oh, wait. Euro New Zealand. Oh, no, pound New Zealand. Yeah, pound New Zealand. There we go. All right, so we're out of this channel to the upside, and there it is. So this is all core CPI. They gave it all back. Remember, I told you that 90% of the time they're going to give it all back. Surprise, surprise, they gave it all back. All right, so there you go. So as a trader, you're ready for that. Let me get rid of that fib. Go this down, go up to a 240, and see where we are. I'm going to get a fib on here from the swing. Low to the swing high right there. Do they know the numbers? Do they know the number? 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 Yep, they do. All right, down to the 240, down to the 60 again, and we got a zero line break to the downside, folks. Yeah. All right, what do the Three Musketeers say? And the Three Musketeers say, we're trying to go down, we're trying to go down, we're trying to go down, we're trying to go down. We're still going up. Now we're trying to go down, we're trying to go down, and no arrow over here for a confirmer. No, you don't use this at all for entering. You use this after you're in a trade. And if you find you're in a counter trend trade and you got a big ATR, it's ranging. You can do that. All right, so we're really, really leery of these targets right now, folks, or at least I am. You may not be, but I am. 133, right? Find the 5 o'clock candle. 1600, we put a high in after that. That's right there. We go down for 133 pips. And there we go. And it already did its ATR. Nothing to do there. New Zealand yen, right? New Zealand yen. Wow. All right. Trying to go up, but we're going to trade right into a day chart top. I'm not doing that. So New Zealand yen has a 58 pip ATR. Find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday, 1600. We put a low in down here. We're going up for 58 pips. Well, not enough to trade. 58, and we're almost to target. Daniel to Andrew. Andrew, good stuff. And I learned to respect those range bottoms and not have a fantasy that the currencies will trend below the range bottoms. My trading improved greatly. My trading journal last year, respect range bottoms and tops. Yeah, that's the same as mine. Scott, you idiot. Don't try to predict range tops and bottoms. Alerts, an announcement is out on the pound dollar, and we don't have a trade on the pound dollar at all. So it's not going to matter. Let's see if there's any reaction. No reaction yet. Let me go take a look and see what it says about it. It was negative 4% is all, and it was predicted at 4.1. So that's not enough of a deviation to really do much of anything. By the way, you got a cheat sheet here. Let me show it to you. All right. So when you have a fundy, you pull this cheat sheet up like this and just, save it off. Pull it back. Oh, come on. Why aren't you coming up? Should go full size. I don't know why it's not doing that. I'm going to save the image as open image in new tab. There we go. How about that? There it is. Okay. Oh, I'd already done it all back there. I didn't even see it. All right, so here's the fundies right here. Here's the deviation it needs to have in order for there to be any reaction to it. All right, and then here's the movement, typical movement size right there of that. If you get so we just had what was it? Pound. What was it? It was CPI. Okay, so CPI on the pound. Pound right here, CPI needs a 3% tradable trigger. Yes, it's only 1%. So, and it typically goes 50 pips. See, so it's a great little tool to have that. It's built into into the info center. Use it. All right, back to home page here, and we're back to the ATRs. All right, and last one for me here is the pound Swissy. All right, so pound Swissy coming down off the top. Remember, I told you yesterday it's got to come back down. The question is it coming down to bounce, or is this gonna be an A, B, C to the downside? Look at MACD. It says you're trying to push down. See how much space there is between the moving average and the histograms? Okay, that's a big deal right there. When it's trying to trend, the histogram is buried inside. I mean, the moving average is buried inside the histogram, but it's pegged slower than the histograms. So when it turns to the downside, it takes a harder time for it to catch up. And the bigger this area is, the more likely it is to go to the downside, right? You go, well, you didn't tell me that yesterday. No, it's here today. The real estate of the day is what it does. Huh? All right, let's see what we got. Three Musketeers. Trying to go down, 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 closing up to go down and still going up. All right, so it's just in a sideways movement here. This may be it. So I'm going to get rid of this because that will bias me to the upside. Get rid of this. Notice I know right where the target was. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. All right, go up to a 240. All right, if we're coming back down, we're going to retrace this move. So that's what's got to be fibbed. Get rid of that right there. I'm going to get rid. I'm just going to redo the chart. Got everything off anyway. Might as well. All right, just before we go, before I do some of these charts here, let me just go review what we got over here. We got $1 yen if it goes down. If it doesn't go down and breaks this top, we'll have plenty of time to figure out where we're going up in here. We won't miss any pips because it takes a break, hook, and go. We can't, on a break, we can't buy because that's buying at the top. We have to wait for the hook, which allows us to buy at the bottom. So we got plenty of time to figure that out up there. All right. But with MACD pointing down, we go with that. All right. Joy JPY are selling today. Yeah, JPY selling. Joy might be doing that too. I don't know Joy though. Do you know Joy? There you go, Thomas. Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens. Not much moving there, as you can see. We also got the EJ, and that's the only two currencies we found were two currencies that might do something this morning. And this will be a trade. We're getting a break to the upside, so watch for the hook. All right, and then there's the trade. Where does trade two go in? Here's the whole trade right there. Trade two goes in above this top right there. Then break, hook, and go gives you trade one down here, and you're going to hold for the 1.618. All right, so it's trying to make it move right now. So there we go. All right, yeah, fat fingered is right. All right. So, keep an eye on it. Is it here? No, but we now have a break, so that gives us permission to go to the 10-minute chart. By the way, you never go down to the 10-minute chart, and by the way, you never go to a 5 either. All right, most retail traders are trading up a 5. Well, because this guy's only waiting for 5 pips, man. And the quicker it happens, the quicker I get out of trouble. Right? You see, that's not trading, that's gambling. All right, don't do that. The 10-minute chart is the correct chart to enter on. Why? It's exactly a derivative of the 60-minute chart where the big boys do it, 6 times smaller. That's it. All right. Takes 6 10-minute candles to make up a 60-minute. The bankers are trading the enter next on the 60. All right. So you got to be in concert with them. All right. Well, the 5-minute gets the most false positives. The 15 minutes too late. So what's the correct chart? Default chart? 10-minute. Right. You're plus 20 on EJ. Nice job, Scott. Way to go. Okay. So there we go. And wait for the hook and a go. And there you go. All right. So they already had a hook. See that? Break and a hook right there. See? Break and a hook. That candle went down. See the wick's all the way down here. That's the hook. It's in the go. It's enter when ready. All right. It's enter when ready. We've already had it. So see what happens. There we go. So that's what we got there. Okay. Let me do these two currencies. That's the pound New Zealand and the pound Aussie. All right. Both of them are going to be tough. All right. So if you're new, pay attention. This is how we do it. First stop is the day chart. Where am I in the day chart? Whoa. Can you see this? Man, oh man, oh man. Equilibrium right there. See that? That's equilibrium. Running right into there. They know that line. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to change that to green so I know it's equilibrium. So the market likes to find equilibrium, and then it moves off of it, back to it, off of it, back to it, off of it, back to it, off of it, back to it. If it moves way off of it, watch for a big move back to it. See that? All right. We got a little move down, you got a little move down, little move down, little move down. All right. Big move up, big move back down. See that? All right. It's all right there. I got one line on the chart, and that's what I know right now. I also know that I'm in a big range. So I'm going to put that on. As you can see, I'm in a range. All right. I'm going to then go down. Anything I might see here, I got a flag pattern for the upside move. You're above here. All right. The zero line break on a day chart. Doesn't mean much, but it's just a piece of information. All right. Now I go down to 240. And I look and say, well, they're making higher lows and lower highs and higher highs and higher lows. Looks like it might be an up move right here. All right, I can see that I could get a channel on here. All right, let me get a channel on here. All right, there we go. All right, and some people say, well, that's a trend, right? No, it's not the trend. All right, the trend would have to unfold in Elliott waves, okay, which would be a 1, a 2, a 3 that can't go into 1. See, so it's not an Elliott wave. All right? So it's not doing it. It's a channel. All right. Wow, man, I got it as a trend. Well, that's how you learn. That's it, right there. All right, I got to put fibs on here. I'm going to have to go from the swing low here to the swing high up here. Why do I want to do that? So I get a target up in here, right? See that? Now, I can't prove these lines over here. So how do I do that? I just reverse this and make sure the lines are over here. And you can see they know where it is. 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 All right, so that line's good. So I can take this off. So I keep my chart as uncomplicated as possible. All right, so the 240 says you're looking for a bounce. All right, so that's the first piece of information. Now get down to the 60, and the 60 says no, we're looking for a breakout. All right, see that? We're looking for a breakout. Wow. Okay. So now, if you're on MT4, you're stuck. We're not stuck. We go to the Three Musketeers, and the Three Musketeers will give us a heads up. Yeah, we're trying to go down. Yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. Up, Tom DeMark line. I got that line right there. All right. Tom DeMark line. I got that line right there. All right. So it is still a bounce point. We are going down, we're going up, we're going down. Now, that's a big piece of information there because the 240 takes a lot to turn it. Well, I can see it's been turned quite a bit. All right. So this could just be still a pullback, folks. God, it's hard to tell. Confirmer says we don't have an arrow. So, don't count on this being trending to the downside. Okay. So you go with the MACD. Remember, MACD points the way. All right. Now, so there you go. We'll go with that. All right. But we're certainly not clear. All right. I'm going to put a 1,000 fib on here from the swing high to the swing low, back to the swing high, and that 1,000 is way down here. I'm going to pull up the ATR on pound Aussie, and ATR is 113 pips. Find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday. It's up here. 1,600. We put a high in after that, all the way up there. We're going down for 113 pips, 113, and did its ATR easily. So there's nothing to do on that one. All right. And pound New Zealand, what's the other chart I was going to do? Pound Swissy, sorry. Pound Swissy. All right. Put this down up to the day chart. All right. I'm trying to find out where I'm at. All right. So I got a bottom right down here, and I got one right here. I like this one better, but that may be it. So what I'm going to try to do is prove this one, all right? Because I have a bunch of touches there. I don't have much here. All right. If I can prove that, I go with it. What if I can't? Then I go find the one that does. All right. So I go back in the past. No information there. Go back in the past. No information there. All right. No information back there. Okay. All right. So let's try this one. All right. Oh, there it is. See, there's the information. All right. Now I know that's the bottom. See how you find that? You don't just go, oh, that looks like a bottom, put it on. You got to prove why it is at the bottom. All right. Now I got to find my top. My top will be former support, now resistance. So I just clone that line, bring that up to former support, and you see it certainly was resistance. Where am I? I'm very close to that line. All right, so now I got to define. I'm playing in this playing field. All right, think of it like European football or American football. There's a goal here and there's a goal here. This is the playing field. All right. So they've run up here and maybe they made a goal, and now what's the next move? Well, now the other team gets a chance to go to theirs. It's not rocket science. Make it simple. Down to 240. All right. Now here I got to find out if I'm trending. All right. So you can see I'm not. I got a big one, and a 3 can never be the shortest wave. So it's just doing a zigzag. That's it. 1, 2, 3. All right. Is that the turn? Well, MACD says on a 240, we're still going up. All right. So I'm going to get fibs from here, from the swing high, right here, down to the swing low, and I stop. Do they know the numbers? 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 They know the numbers. They do. So I know those are the barriers if it makes a turn to the downside. All right. That's all I know. All right. I don't have direction yet. This is still not telling me. It says, yeah, we are going up here in the 240 world, but is this a top? That's the question. And even if we got a trade to the top, it's a day chart top. I'm not trading into a day chart top. All right, so I'll go down to 60. Maybe I can get some more information here. Maybe not. All right, so here, the 240 MACD says, yeah, you just got a 0 line break to the downside. Whoa. Now, on our charts, if we get a T3 break, you can see that blue line and a MACD break simultaneously or within one candle of each side, it's going to go in that direction, whichever way it broke, 82% of the time. 82. All right. Well, I'm on MT4. What's mine? 66. Not bad. It's not bad. 66. We're 82. Oh, that's slightly better, I would say. All right, got a flag pattern for the continuation down. All right, so this might be going down. So I'm going to put a fib on here from swing high to swing low, back to the swing high. Not much here, but that shows me where the 1,000 is down here. You always got to find the 1,000. Are we going to break this thing? All right, let's go see what the Three Musketeers say about it. And they say, yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going curling up to go down, and we're curling up to go down. They're going down. All right. So good. Now we got this one. All right. Pound Swissy. Do we have any room? Pound Swissy. 63 pip ATR is all. Go find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday right in here. There it is. And we put a high in right after that, right there. We take the high of the day, and this will be the low of the day, 63 pips on this currency. And we don't have 55 pips left. So we'll walk away from it. All right. So we've got questions on that pound Aussie. All right. No, we don't. It's already over. Never mind. Okay. So it's down to two currencies, folks. That's all we got. Dollar yen, if it breaks down, or if it breaks up. And we got euro yen. And euro yen says we're trying to go up. All right. So that may give you a clue on the dollar yen. All right. So we got a break and a hook and a go. And there's another break and a hook. All right. So what does the chart say? Well, the chart says, yeah, we're going up. 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 Does anybody want to sell this thing? All right. See, the purpose of having great charts is to give you confidence in your analysis. The less information you have, the less confident you are in your assessment. All right? Now, conversely, the more information you get leads to analysis paralysis. So it's not about getting all the information, it's getting the right information. Do I have the right information? You know, by the way, let me pull this up here. I did a video yesterday on exactly that. So let me give you a link to it. You can watch it after class, okay? So hold on just a minute. All right. Well, you just copy and paste it off and save it on your desktop. What's going on? Oh, sorry. That's the wrong thing. Helps if you get the right thing. There you go. All right, there it is. So don't watch it now because you'll miss this. But after class, it's about 20 minutes long, and it'll walk through a bunch of stuff that will make it hopefully clear for you. All right, there you go. That is on the YouTube channel, by the way. So if you haven't subscribed over there, go to Forex Target Trading, or just do a search for me, and you'll find me, and or ProAct Traders, and you know, sign up right there. Maybe I'll just put that link in there too. Then you can subscribe, and anytime I send a video out, you'll be able to. Let's see, YouTube. Here we go. You'll get notified, and there we go. So, ProAct Traders, Forex Target Traders. There you go. All right. All right. Hook, waiting for a go. The EJ is the closest thing. Let me see if Craig is here this morning. Yeah, Craig, you want to do pip captures? We only got a couple. Okay, thank you. All right. So first thing I do every day, I come in here and I say, okay, I have the dollar up. All right. It's a result of the fundy, so it could reverse. If so, replot the targets in reverse. So in other words, I'm planning on the majors following their correlations against the dollar. Okay, so back to the alerts. Let's go see what the dollar actually did. All right, so we'll pull up the dollar here, and the dollar did not go up. It did not go down. It went sideways. All right, so anything goes. All right, the one trade that did go was the pound dollar, and let me pull that up here, and we'll see it. All right, so the pound dollar was a sell at 25.84. 25.84 right there, all right? And the target was originally down there at 2,500. All right, since they put the high in since then, that's why it got shortened. All right, there you go. Anybody in pound dollar? Pound dollar down. Wow, nobody in it. Okay. You don't have many high ATR currencies, folks, and pound dollar happens to be one of them. So, better consider it. All right. The next one we have was a live trade yesterday on the EJ. All right. And we traded it up yesterday. I cleaned it off already, it looks like. It's $1 yen, EJ. Here we go. Excuse me. All right. There's a live trade yesterday, and where were we? Right over here. All right. Anybody, where are the traders who traded it? It only went up about 40 pips and died, right? 3 and 17. Okay. Nice job, JT. Way to get out of it. 4 and 1. You say, well, what happened? It didn't go. I mean, it did go initially, all right? But then it just rocketed back. So what did it do? The most retail traders who traded that and didn't do major in risk, when they got down here, they would have to be posting in negative 45, negative 60, negative 80. All right. So there we go. So there we go. All right, so 22 and 12, 15 and 3, 4 and 1, and 3 and 17. And yeah, you had 50 pips at one time, right, JT? Rob, 9.2. Okay, good job. Yeah, it looks like that's it, Craig. What do we got? Yeah, Rob, we won't need the 0.2, just the 9 works for us. So average was 13 pips, folks. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. All right, then we had the GJ yesterday from the trade down. So real estate of the week trade down, and we got it right there. Anybody in GJ to the downside? 9 and 2. I got you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you're right, Craig. Yeah, I see that now, Rob. I'm a little slow today. I've been up almost the night with my wife, who she threw her back out, so it was pretty bad. Nobody in GJ on the resumption to the downside. Forgot to spit. Yeah, no problem. All right. If you traded something else, we'd like to see it. We don't count it, but we'd like to see it. And looks like Robert, looks like you're going to get the song today. Here you go. And let me play it for you. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing. And the pips for free. Money for nothing and the pips for free. It's the same as we're doing here, Erica. It depends on the day. I'm here Monday through Thursday, typically, all right? No, don't put in a trade at 5 p.m. because all the spreads widen, Erica. So she said at 5 p.m., check your signals, perhaps put in a trade. Must I watch my trade all the time to know when to change my stop and press my winners? It's a good idea to stay with your trade until you get to break even. Then you can walk away because you can't do anything about it. It's already pre-planned. Then you can walk away, right? So there we go. All right. Andrew had 74, 47, and 26 on the EA. Nice. All right. Don't forget, trade 2 is 2 lots. So it's 47 times 2 plus 74 plus 26. What's that? Almost 200 pips. One trade, Euro Aussie. All right. Pretty sweet right there. Thanks, Craig, by the way. Thank you so much. So, yeah, there it is. So it's that trade right there. That's what Andrew did. Yeah. All right. What do we got? Anybody else? Just Andrew traded last night? All right, here we go. All right, we only got the EJ. Don't forget. Oh, and dollar yen. All right. And only to the downside. All right. So it's still tough. See how the chart is continuing to send you information. All right. So we look over here and see, look at this now. You see that? What's it say? We are definitely trying to turn it down. We're going down. What's that telling you now? We're going to try to go down right now. All right. This says we're going nowhere. Now it says we're trying to go down. No, it's still going up. So they're still propped up here, but MACD's pointing the way. All right. So when we look at the chart, it's saying more and more, we're going to try to break this. We're going to try to break this. If it breaks, that's confirmation. All right. If it breaks, hooks and goes, that's confirmation. All right. All right. Remember where your trade is. You got to have trade 2 in first. All right. So trade 2 is below this support. That's below that 618 fib. All right. So you put trade 2 in with 2 lots, 2/3 of your lots right there. You get the break and the hook back up. Trade 1 is there, and there's your snowman. And that becomes a phenomenally great opportunity if it happens today. That will continue this through the downside. So it's transitioning from the buy to the sell. And as we talked about yesterday, this is all a fundy, which means it's a nominally. And so they typically, not always, typically non-farm payroll can continue a move for a month, and so can FOMC. But other than that, most of these are just anomalies on the board, and they usually give it all back. All right, so they're trying to do that right now. We'll see. All right, who knows? Andrew, once I realized how many more pips are gathered by pressing your winners, once it's realized how many more pips are gathered by pressing your winners, you'll never forget the importance of pressing your winners. Exactly right. By the way, Andrew used to run our London room for us, and he's trying to work his way back, and maybe he'll be well enough to do it. He has a really bad back, and so it's real hard for him to sit up. I understand that. I got a back brace on right now and a big pillow behind me trying to push my lumbar forward. So I understand it, and it's nasty, 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 nasty. All right, so big opportunity on euro yen, but I didn't hear yet. I mean, in dollar yen and euro yen, we got a break and a hook, and we're in the go right now. All right. And how many people are in euro yen to the upside? Euro yen to the upside. All right, got Robert in it, got Sabitri in it. All right. Anybody else? Got 2 traders in. I took it too. So see, when you trade with 1/3 of your lots, you have so little risk with 100. I got 100 pip stop on it because it's 3 times the technical stop. So where's the technical stop? The technical stop is 5 to 7 pips. It's 5 to 7 pips below here. So right about right there. Okay, so that's the technical stop. All right. So this is how much I'm risking. That's my risk. That's my potential reward. So you can see it's a 1 to 4, almost a 1 to 4 ratio right in there. All right. So that's a good trade. Where's my stop? 3 times that technical stop. There's 2, there's 3. So the actual stop's coming down here at 160.93. All right. So there you go. Now, it's possible for the currency to send a wick all the way down here, but as you can see, it's pretty unlikely. All right. So you probably won't get stopped out on your trade 1. All right. That's the whole purpose of that. Now, when trade 2 goes in right here, that's 2 lots. This stop has to be moved to break even or better instantaneously. As soon as you see 2 go in, you're moving stop on trade 1. All right. All right. Stop is on the 10-minute chart. Yeah, it's a technical stop on the 10-minute chart. Right? There's a video on the Academy if you want to watch it. It's called "Stops Are for Sissies," and it'll explain the whole process. You can watch the video, stop it, go back, watch it again, stop it, go back, watch it again, until you get it into your head. Right? Then you just go in the charts and say, okay, practice it. Don't wait for a live trade. Go back in the past and say, what if I'd have traded it here? How would I have stopped this? Where would I put my second trade in? So the school is back here, right? And the rule of thumb is for every 1 hour you spend trading live, you need to spend 3 hours in the past when you're learning, right? So if you're going to be here an hour today, you have 3 hours of work today in the past. Will you do that? No, you won't. You got a life. You got a PTA meeting. You got to go bowl in your bowling league. You got to go protest the Republicans or the Democrats or whoever. You got a life, right? So you got to maximize the time when you're in the charts, all right? And when you're in the charts, the school is in the past. So go practice. All right, gee, I'm having trouble with those stops. Okay, go in the past. Find areas. all right, where you see a move and say, okay, what if I had traded this right here on this break and a hook? Where would my stop been? Back down here, all right, 5 to 7 pips, all right? So this is how you do it. Okay, so there's my actual risk, all right, and there's my reward, all right? It was higher than that, so yeah, it was good. But even that did all better than 1 to 1. Well, yeah, the 50 fib on the EJ, look at it. It looks like it stopped it for sure right there. This top was at 54 over here. So I don't think so. Well, I would have the number. I know the number. It's a good bounce point. All right. Once they break it, it's been broken now. It's a great bounce point down here at 50 to bounce. So yeah, I like it. Anyway, just go back and work it. All right. We do have a channel here, so I'm going to go ahead and put the channel on. And you can see Heartline is finally proven there. It's proven back here. All right, so there you go. All right. So now, if this goes fast, what if it just took off and went there? It's not going to get to target because it's going to go to the 1,000 target, and that's where it's going to stop. If it goes slow, it can get up there. All right. So what do traders want? We want it to go fast. No, we don't. We want it to go slow. All right. Entry order now can be above this T30 right here. And that's at 58. Put it at 62, 161.62. Looking for a target at 162.08. All right. So 48 pips, 40 pips in there. All right. So that's time with 2 lots. That's 80 pips, folks. Plus this trade 1. All right. So here you go. All right. Yeah, we have a live trade on it. Thanks, Craig. So live trade on the EJ again. So we traded it yesterday over here. All right, so we'll just bring this over here now. If I can get on it. Move you. There we go. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, nothing to do. Waiting for the market to move. Will it move? So I think I need to help this one a little bit. So let me help it a little bit. Break on through to the other side. Yeah. I have a song for that too, Crypto Cat. How about that?
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear.
Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. We'll see. We'll see. Will she break? I don't know. Euro yen trying to go up. So, that's a question. Euro yen's going up, dollar yen going down. Maybe. All right. Depends on the dollar. Let's go check the dollar. What's it doing? Dollar's still going sideways, folks. So remember, sideways move means it could still, whatever it did going into that is what it's going to try to do coming out, unless that's the top. And because that was a fundy, you can't count on it. See that? Yeah, exactly right, Joe. So, yeah, it's nuts. It's in a battle. You're right. Bulls wanted to go up. Bears wanted to go out. They're balanced right now. They're even. So nothing happens. Stays sideways. Right? As long as it stays sideways, most of the currencies are going to stay put. They're not going to move. Come on, are you going to go, EJ? Just having trouble. See? Having trouble. They're not finding buyers. They found enough buyers to break it, but they don't have enough buyers to continue it. All right. So don't forget, we trade with the follow through. All right. And it's important to understand that. And so we'll go ahead and do that real quick. It don't take long. Just so you understand it. All right. All right, so these are the top 10 banks in the world, all right? Citibank, you've been working there. They're called tier one bankers. They're market makers. They make the market. They top 10 control almost 70% of all the Forex volume you see in a chart. Then if you add the next five, it jumps to 80%. So 80% of everything you see in a chart is being structured by 15 banks. All right. Now they create the Forex structure, the trends, the channels, the ranges, all that stuff. They create that. All right. But they don't take it to target. The follow through is who takes it to target. And that's who we trade with. So the follow through is the interbank market, which allows over 1,000 banks to trade between one another, not counting hedge funds and sovereigns. Okay. Now, these banks typically have only 1 to 2 traders per pair in each market, and they execute trades based on the structure of the tier one bankers. They allocate between 20 and 30% of their funds in the Forex and generate between 40 and 60% of their profits from trading currencies. You may remember several years ago, Mercedes-Benz in their annual report, they had a line in there that said Forex trading, and they made more money trading the Forex than they did selling Mercedes-Benz all over the world, cars. All right. So that'll tell you something. All right. Now, this is the follow through. Once the follow through figures out what the tier one bankers are trying to do, that's what we've been doing. All right. They're gonna take it to target. The big boy gets paid because he created an environment for somebody else to make money. All right. So that's not a bad deal for both of them right there. All right. So it's a synergistic relationship. All right. So when you see the money coming in, that's what we're showing on our charts. These bright green candles, that's the follow through. All right. Who made the turn? The big boy. All right. Big boy made the turn. All right. And then the follow through takes it over. And you can just go in the past and see it. Big boy created a flag. Every time it came down, he checked it. See, checked it. Why? Because it doesn't take much money to do that. Not because it's all in the dead of the afternoon. All right. So he checks it here, and then when he does the break and the hook and the go, the follow through takes it to target. See, that's it. All right. You can see it all over the place. Okay, here we go. See the big boys, white dots on top. What are they trying to do? Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. What's happening? The big boy is coming in here to make sure it doesn't go up. All right. Then close and reverse on this little head fake up here, and down they go. There it is. Who did this? The follow through. Who created all this? The tier one bankers. You see that? All right. So that's how the market actually works. And I have to be in sync with that. I got to find out what the tier one bankers have set up. They've set up a channel to the upside. All right. They've made the turn. MACD is telling you, yep, that's what you are. You are a buyer. All right. And on their charts, which is the 240 and the 60, this is the 240 down here. So this is the 240, and the big boys are buying. This is the 60-minute chart. The big boys are buying. Down on the 10-minute chart, the order flow is to the upside. All right. Now, oscillators are all lagging, so they never tell you what it's going to do. It's going flat. It was going up. It was going up. We're going to have a little pullback here. Oh, yeah, I see it right there. Okay. See, the chart it's very responsive, and it tells you what is happening right now. All right. Now, we don't become indicator junkies. We never trade those indicators. We have a MACD on here. It's an indicator. Do we trade it? No, we use the information it feeds us. That's what you want. I need information, so I'm an informed and an empowered trader. The reason I wrote my book and called it The Empowered Forex Trader, Strategies to Turn Pains into Gains. I titled it that because the information in the book will empower you to be a better trader. All right, it's a big word. All right, so we'll see on this euro yen, dollar yen. Now we got a totally opposite. Don't forget that. All right, so but we're not getting any breakout. So have we lost any money? No, we haven't lost any money, and we're going to be leery of that first breakout. Why are we going to be leery of that? Because that may be a flag, and that's all it is. Should I trade only 1/3 of my lots in there? And that's exactly why. That's why. Well, if I do that, I got to have a place for 2/3. Yep, you got it right there. It's there if you get it. But you got to trade 1/3 here in case that's a flag, and it goes back up and back down and back up. When it does that, get out of it and wait for it to prove what it is. By rights, it should go up. By rights. All right. But MACD's telling you that may not happen. All right. But don't forget, this thing can roll over. All right. So it can roll over like this and go like that. All right. As long as they're above here, we're officially a buyer. That doesn't mean we buy, it just means we're officially a buyer. All right. But every transition to the downside happens the same way. It happens like it starts here and eventually breaks through. Well, that's could be tomorrow before that happens. All right. Well, you can go back here in the past and you can watch as they do it. All right. So, I mean, that's a pretty sideways movement here. Here we go. All right. So you see here, they transition to the upside. Here's where we got the zero line and we got a T3 break at the same time, right there. All right. So on our charts, that means it's going to 82% go in that direction. All right. Now, when that happened right there, all the traders who are trading our charts know 82% of the time it's going to go up. What will that do to your trading if you knew that statistic? It would help it. Right? Okay, thanks, Joe. Yeah. And Bollinger Bands, we have Bollinger Bands on here. We use it, we don't usually primarily for, see, the rest of the world use it to see if there's money coming in because it expands. All right. We don't need that for that because we'll see the money coming in. All right. So we don't have to worry about that. All right. So what do we use it for? We use it for reversals. When it's over, there's a certain pattern that happens here that we can prove called the 6 aces, and we can tell you that if it's a good trade to the upside or not. All right. Now it's not 100%, but it's a high probability. All right. I'm leery of this dollar. All right. But I'm not leery of the euro yen. I'm already in it and just hoping maybe it'll go up. We'll see. All righty. You need to find some buyers. You need to find buyers. All right, we got 16 minutes to the 11 o'clock bump. The 11 o'clock bump is when the barrier options expire. And we don't know where the barrier options are, but we do know where the plain vanilla ones are. So you can just go on the IC here, scroll down to where you see options, click it, it'll bring it up for you. And there they are. Click on that right there, and it'll open up a Google spreadsheet. Oh, put it up wide, and here's Wednesday. Here's all the ones for the euro dollar. Here's the dollar yen. There's none for in here. Aussie dollar's got some. New Zealand's got some, and euro pound's got some, right? And over here on this euro dollar, there's a $1.9 billion option, right? Now, these are the plain vanillas. They've already expired, right? No, it's on Kindle because the graphics are small, Faye. So you want to be able to spread the graphics so you can actually see the graphic, because otherwise it's the size of a paperback. All right, then that's too small to put a graphic that's realistic. So that's why it's in Kindle. All right, so you can expand it and look at that. You know, blow it up to whatever size your eyes can see it. So 1.1 thousand, a $1.9 billion option sitting on it. Let's see where we are here. We're at 1.720. So we're 300 pips away. No, not that much. Yeah. Yep. No, a little further than that. Wow. We're 500 pips away. So they're going to miss that totally. Yep. So. You can get a free reader, Faye. Just, they'll give you a free Kindle reader. You don't have to pay for it or anything like that. And just download it, and then you can look at any book. Now, I'm not trying to hawk my book, okay? So let me tell you what I make on that book. $7. If you buy that book, yeah, I made $7. I might be able to go to Starbucks today. Maybe. It's not a moneymaker. It's there as a resource. That's what it's there for. Not much happening. Not much. Yeah, it's trying to push up here. As you see, it's trying to push up. It is a flag, but it could be a head fake and then down. He makes the rest. So it's $19. So he makes 13. He makes double what I make on every book that he sells. I wonder why he's rich. Somebody else does all the work, spent weeks and weeks and weeks writing it. And I had to have it formatted for Kindle. I had to pay for that. Had to pay to have a cool book cover on it and all that. Yeah, that's all got to be paid for. And then Bezos takes it and he makes 3 times what I make, or twice what I make. Twice what I make. Pretty crazy. Next Tuesday, Erica. The open house will be over next Tuesday. The reason for that, we'll be doing our fast track on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. It's 3-day fire hose. It's so much information. It's just, it'll blow your mind. All right. It's all the answers to the questions you've ever had. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. I'll thank him when I see him next time. All right. So for those of you that you're in here and you go, you know what? I need to learn how to do this and I want to fast track it. I don't want to wait a year to learn all this stuff. I want to learn it as fast as I can. That's why we call it fast track. We're going to do a download to your brain in 3 days. Oh, wow. 3 days. Yeah. And then you won't be able to assimilate that much information. You'll be lucky if you retain 30%. But you can watch, it's all recorded. So then, take a couple of days off, go back through it again. Take a couple of days off, go back through it again. And that's how you get to retain 30% each time. So you don't have to get the 30% you got the first time. You got to get the 30% of what you missed the second time and third time. That's it. That's the only way to do it. That is the problem. The timing issue is always the problem, CryptoCat. Everybody thinks it's going to take less time than it actually does to learn to trade. Everybody. I did. Everybody. I don't know anybody who didn't do that. Yeah, there's a warning about the fire. Don't get discouraged because the first time you're going to go through, you say, man, I didn't know anything about the forex. I didn't know anything. I thought I knew a lot, but I didn't know zip, nothing about it. Right. And it's easy to get discouraged. And they say, I can't assimilate this. Yes, you can. Just take a couple of days off, let your brain rest, and then go through it again. Oh, it's starting to make sense, and go do it again. Oh, it's really starting to make sense. Maybe I'll use some notes this time. We don't allow you to use notes when you go through the fire hose. Not allowed to use notes first time through. So anyway, she's trying to say we're going up. Let's take a look. All right. Yeah, what does it say? Well, we got a little bounce. Yeah, we're trying to go up. 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 All right. So you're giving us signs that it's going to go to the upside. Now, in order to go up, the dollar will have to go down. So the first thing we got to do is go check the dollar. And the dollar, it's just pushing inside this flag. All right. So you see, it's an immediate reaction to the downside, creates an immediate reaction to the upside, an immediate reaction to the upside. That's a little bear flag right there. So we'll see. Joe, fast trackers have watched the training many times and always pick up something new. That's right. It's crazy. And of course, they're different every time, Joe, because the real estate of the day that we're using when we're in that 3-day class has never been there before. It wasn't the same as it was the time we did it before. And that's why they're always going to be a little different no matter what, even though essentially the curriculum stays the same. The view of it changes because the real estate of the day changes. So I don't know about this thing. It's showing signs it's going to go to target, and that may be it and bounce. We'll see. If it is, it's got an ABC in play, so it totally could bounce. We'll see. All right, what do we got? We got 12 minutes left. All right, this live trade is going nowhere. They're not doing anything. And the longer this doesn't do anything, the more likely I am to take it off at break even. All right. Well, then it might go. Well, I don't hope for things. It isn't working. The risk is too high to stay in on a currency that's not going anywhere. Just get out. What if it goes? What if it goes? Then it goes. But it goes without me because the risk is too great to hang in here all all afternoon. Why? Because it's an Asian currency. It's not going to move to until the Asian market tonight. So work on getting it to break even. That's what I'm going to do. I'm down 3 pips. Woohoo! 3 pips, baby. We'll see what happens. A few more minutes to go. So for those of you who are newbies in here, let me show you something you may not be aware of. Pay it forward. Jerry bought this land in Romania, and I built these buildings on the property there, and we have a camp in Romania. And every summer we take 700 kids through that camp, and it's free, right? See, and our traders help us do this, and then Jerry and I either match it all the way or find somebody who will help us match it. And that allows us to raise a lot of money, but very little money from any trader, right? And then at Christmas time, we also do, we get 11,000 presents from Samaritan's Purse, all right? So let me find that. Here you go. This is the 21. It'll give you an idea. And we disperse those. We got 11,000 presents this year, and we fill up about 200 volunteers cars because gas is about $9 a gallon over there for those in the United States. I know, equivalent of $9 a gallon or something. And it's 23%. 1 gallon equals 23% of the average Romanian salary, daily salary. So unless we do that, they can't deliver those presents. So we do it, and we deliver them to 11,000 kids who are very poor. They live in houses like that. They're ragamuffins. It's horrible what they're doing, what they live. But this makes a big difference in their life. So just heads up, all right, on that. You can see it takes a lot of people. And on really poor places, we add, these are bananas. We got to get them all bananas. A banana is a real treat there, especially for the poor people. All right. So I just want to let you know about that. All right. So it's not just about making money. All right. And by the way, while I'm on that subject, you have to have a goal in the Forex. And if your goal is to make money in the Forex, that's a bad goal. To make money in the Forex because you want to build a camp in Romania, that's a great goal. I want to make money in the Forex because I want to live in Florida in the winter so I don't have to deal with these horrible winters in Minnesota. That's a great goal. I want to, I'm on a fixed pension. And, if I had an extra $500 a month, it would change me and my wife's life. The Forex, that's a great, great, great goal. All right. But a goal of making money with nothing else attached to it is not enough for you to prove. That's a proven fact. All right. That's exactly right. The more money you have, the more you can give. And you can, those are big investments over there, land and buildings. We've invested a lot of money over there. But it makes a difference in people. Like, yeah, we're here to, you're here to make an impact. That's it. The older I get, I'm 72. The older I get, the more I realize I'm here only for an impact. I'm not taking anything with me. Everything I own goes to somebody else when I'm gone. So I might as well make an impact with what I got now. And so that's what I'm doing. Looking for a bounce here, not getting it. We got 7 more minutes to go. Dollar yen, are you going to prove you're going up or down? It's just waiting on dollar. And until the dollar commits, it's not committing, as you can see. It's just in a sideways move right there. All right. So I'm going to take this off because I'm not committed to that. All right. See, if I leave that on, I'm biased to the downside. If I have a channel to the upside, I'm biased to the upside. And bias is one of the most important things to get out of your trading. It's hard to do. All right. So do everything you can to get bias out of your trading. All right. So try to stay as neutral as you possibly can. You know, I like it, say it this way. You should date the currency, don't marry it. Date it. So anyway, look what the confirmer says here. It's pretty interesting. Confirmer says, yeah, we're trying to go up. Yeah, we're trying to go up. Yeah, we're trying to go up. Right. Now, I don't use this to decide this trade. I use it after I'm in a trade. I don't use it now. But that's what it's for, is to help you be confident in knowing, okay, I got this down, but I'm getting a whole lot of information now that says we're not going down at all. A quick glance, yeah, we're going up. Yeah, we're going up. We may go up. We're trying to go up. Green again. Right? It rolled over, but it stopped. See that? All right, trying to go down and trying to go down, and that's just this one little candle here. And the EJ6 windows, yeah, exactly right. Yep, that's it. So, you know, we'll see. And that's a good point, Joe. Thanks. All right, so gold is still trying to go down. All right, right here, got a little pull. Is that a head fake to go down, or is that the turn to go up, or is this the start of a cup and handle? You know, all these are questions. All right, and you have to wait till you get the answers. Now, you don't need all the answers. You just need enough answers to say it isn't this, it's this. I'm going with it. All right, and that's what you develop over time. You don't develop that in 3 weeks. You develop that because you spend time in the charts. You see certain things over and over and over again, and you get reticular cognition. Reticular means I see it. Cognition means I understand it. Oh, go. Let me exit you. There we go. Okay, I got it. So flag there, what's it supposed to do? All right, whatever this is, remember you got a flag, all right, so you got to go look at it, all right, whatever that is, whatever this is, okay. However you got into that is how you're coming out of that. And if you go do that when you do your flags, you'll notice that so many times it's to the pip. If this is 63 pips here, this will be 63 pips down here. This is 85 pips up here. This will be 85 down here. It's amazing how uncanny it is. That's because they're going to technically trade it. That's a flag pattern. This is the pole. Measure the pole going into the flag, and that's the target coming out of the flag. All right, that's how it works. All right. Now, is there another way to do it? Yeah. It's a little more aggressive, but you pop the swing high to the swing low of the flag and back up to the top of the flag, and the 1,000 is 100% of that move. All right. See, that's pretty simple. All right. Here's the deal. There's lots of pieces in the forex, and that's why in the beginning it's daunting. But they're all very simple, and anybody can do them with average intelligence. All right. It's all simple, but there's a lot of them. It's complex. It's not complicated, but it's complex. We call it complexicated. All right. So all these little nuances are things that we have to learn as a trader. Do we need to know them all in the beginning? No. The only thing we need to know in the beginning is how to trade a flag and how to trade a pullback. That's the only thing we need to know. And why do we want to know that? Because that's what the market does day in and day out, is does flags and pullbacks and pullbacks and pullbacks and pullbacks and flags. All right, so that's why you want to do it. And if you'll spend 100 hours doing it, you can become a world-class trader and trading flags. Now, this is a slow game, as you can see. So not very exciting because it takes a lot of candles to even show that it's in a flag. So it's a slow game. So what happens is traders get bored and just try to trade something else. And then they start losing on everything else. All right. Well, they're not an expert in the other. Be world class. All right. So I'm an expert in flags. What do I tackle next? I tackle pullbacks. All right. In 100 hours, I can be a world-class trader on pullbacks. I can be a world-class trader on pullbacks. I can be a world-class trader on pullbacks. All right. That's where you start. Now, once I got that down, I can take as long as I want because I'm now sustainable. If I trade what I'm a world class at, I can start adding things to it. All right. So for instance, once I become a world-class trader in, I got 2 minutes to go, so we'll just take a second here. Once I become a world-class trader in flags, all right? And this is why flags are important in the beginning. So I got a flag and I do 300 of them to the downside, all right? Knowing that however I came into this, however I came in is how I'm coming out. And those are the things I do. When I go do the work, I do 300 of them, see if they came in, did they break, hook, and go out like this and go to the downside? That's what you're looking for. Now, once you get that done, then you add bear flags, which is nothing more than a flag with an angle. However you came into the bottom of the flag is where you're going from the top of the flag, like that. Oh, okay. So it's not much difference. It just has an angle. And then I work on bull flags. They're going down. All right. So however I came into the bull flag is where I'm coming out of the bull flag. And now I have three major things just from a flag in my arsenal that I can use. And can I find those things? You can find them everywhere. All right. Now, if I can get world class on them, baby, I'm now sustainable. I can take years if I want to learn the rest. I can take a year and learn Elliott Wave. I wouldn't advise it, but you can. All right, we just had the 11 o'clock bump. We're going to get a move on this euro yen. Not much. I'm going to take it off and I get it to break even, folks. It's not going. It's too late in the day. So I'm going to take it off. All right. So you do what you want, but that's my goal. Get it off or break even. So all it needs to do is one little push up here for 3 pips and I'm out of here. All right. All right. Dollar yen, more and more, it's telling us we're going up. All right. And now you can see the little bit of angle here is it's trying to make that turn up. It's tough to tell yet. I'm telling you what. Oh, now we're red, red, red again. See that? All right. So red, everything's red. Red. All right. So do I give up on the sell? No, I'm just going to leave this sucker alone. All right. I'm going to leave it alone. Andrew, the worst goal you can have in any endeavor is to solely make money. You must have a targeted goal. If your goal is to make your car payment each month and your payment is $360 a month, set your goal for each month at $360. For me, once I reach my monthly goal, I'll either stop trading or trade with the least amount of risk possible. Yeah, there you go. When I was trading a PAM account, it was always the little guys who had money with me. Every day they'd send me an email. How much did you make me last night? How much did you make me today? That kind of thing. People with $100,000 in there, just let me know what you did on the quarter. Right. So it was a pain in the neck. Right. But they would, I talked to some of my friends who were professional traders also. I said, what do you do with these guys? He said, I make them 3% a month. And as soon as I make them 3% a month, I don't trade their account anymore. Why? Because they can't go anywhere else for 36% a year, for one. And number two, they'll get used to 3%. Instead of 1 month I make them 10%, the next month they think I should make them 10% again. It's not possible to do that. All right. So that's what they did, and that's what I did. So it's the same thing. Don't take out, we made them money, don't take on any more risk. Just what Andrew said. He's just doing it in a personal style. There you go. All right, well, let's do a session recap here. There's not much happening here. Let me go stop recording on let's see where is it. Oh, I think I shut it down already. Oh well, I did shut it down already. Didn't know it, but I did. Oh well. All right, this is a session recap for the 14th day of November. Today, excuse me, February. Today is Valentine's Day, so be aware. If you haven't got your wife a card, well, there we go. All right, so we've got a big flag pattern here for a potential continuation to the upside. We are above the MACD, but this could also be closing up to go down. All right. Okay, I'll look at it after this. Think so. All right, so we don't know. All right, so we're just waiting to see until this commits either up or down, one way or the other. So no real clues there, right? Now, euro dollar is at the bottom of the range with a flag pattern for the continuation down. We're below the MACD, all right, so we're officially a seller, but as you can see, they're headed up. They may be transitioning to the upside, and that makes total sense at the bottom of the range, all right? I have it down right now, and the target is at 86.50 down there. Well, excuse me, 1065 106 700. Yeah, 106.50. There we go. I got it finally. All right, I got it down, but I'm leery of it. I don't know. I think. All right. The ATR on the euro dollar is pull it up here. Euro dollar is 66 pips right now. So it's a dog. It's always a dog. All right, pound dollar. We're almost the target right here, right now. Let me pull this back up and make sure it stays up for me. All right, pound dollar ATR is 84 pips. That's from the top there. That's 84 pips. This is what the day chart candle should look like at the end of the day. All the move inside here to here is one candle on a day chart. The ATR measures the start of the day chart candle and the probable end of the day chart candle the day before. And that's why you use it. All right. Almost a target right here at 25.28. If the dollar goes up tonight, watch for that down in here for 84 pips to the downside. Dollar Swissy might get a hint here, and we're not getting anything. It follows the dollar because the Swiss franc is pegged to the dollar. It looks identical to the dollar, as you can see. We got it down right now because we just bounced out of a channel. All right, so they're going to have to return it, bring it back in here at some point in time. Maybe not now, but at some point. At any rate, I'm outside the channel, so I can't trade it anyway up. And there's not enough room to the downside because it's got a lower ATR. It's only 69 pips. All right. So nothing to do there. Dollar yen, as you see, same picture of the dollar index. Big sideways move up here. MACD, same way. All right, so dollar yen, it may go down, it may go up. I don't know. They're waiting on the dollar. Right now, I would just assume any movement down is just to continue a flag pattern, go sideways here. All right, so I would not trade this to the downside unless I could break this bottom right here, below the 618. If that were to happen, the target is 149.97 down there. All right, and 112 pip ATR. All right, because it just as easily could go up. Aussie dollar. All right, Aussie dollar got a little bear flag here, but it might be the start of the move to the upside because we're at the bottom, the day chart bottom. We took the day chart bottom out. In fact, now the new day chart bottom is now down here. All right, right there. All right. So I got it down. I'm not convinced of that at all. 54 pip ATR. I won't get a chance to trade it anyway. So I don't care about it. All right. Over to euro yen. We're in this trade live and it's just not working. So we're going to get out for break even here. As soon as I get a little pop up here, we're going to get out for break even and we'll watch for the Asian market and see if this continues. We're still going to leave this on. If you got your two lots on up here, leave them on. All right, leave them on in case it doesn't go. It does go, and all of a sudden they decide to move it. You'll get that trade. All right, target is up there at 162.04. I'd move my stop at 162 for sure. And the euro yen has an ATR of 109 pips a day. All right, pound yen. All right, made a pullback. We made a close in reverse, headed to target now. We didn't have enough room to trade it this morning. Our limit is at 188.56 down there. And pound yen has an ATR of 121 pips, but there's only about 35 pips left. That's it. All right, but after 5 o'clock, you're going to get a new ATR. 121 pips to the downside looks pretty dang good in this wide open spaces down here. So be aware of that. Be ready for that. A lot of opportunity to the downside. Watch this bottom down here at the 1270 pip. But you can see that trade pretty easily tonight. If it gets down to target, trade 1 is here, trade 2 is here to target right there. Yeah, pretty simple to see it. If it happens, we'll see. New Zealand dollar. All right, we got it up this morning, had Aussie down, and bounced off the day chart bottom, just shy of target right now, up at 61.06, and New Zealand dollar has an ATR of only 54 pips. Over to Aussie yen. All right, Aussie yen right up to target, to the pip to its ATR, dead, stop, that's it. 61 pip ATR, what did it do? March 61 pips up the hill. That's the day chart candle today, right there. Yesterday at 5 o'clock, all the traders who plotted the ATR knew 61 pips was in front of you. You can see that they took it. All right. All right, nothing to do till tonight when you get new ATR after 5 o'clock. Euro Aussie. All right. Euro Aussie, we got the target down here, and this could be an A, B, and a C, so it might have to go higher before they go down. This may be just a pullback right here to go down now. Either way, we don't have 55 pips to the target, so we'll pass on it. Target is 64.94 right down there, and Euro Aussie is 109 pip ATR. Pound Aussie, Pound Aussie, it did its ATR to the downside plus some extra, so the Pound Aussie should go up tonight. 113 pip ATR, might go to 115 right there. Now, if you break this channel right here, which is a high probability because MACD is already pointing the way down and you've already got a pullback to a close and reverse, you look for this area down in here tonight for 113 pips to the downside. That's a nice opportunity in there. You won't get the target until after 5 o'clock. All right, and that will most likely have to be adjusted. All right, Euro New Zealand almost got the target today, and there we go. Just missed it by about probably 15 pips in there. All right, we'll most likely hit it by this afternoon at 5 o'clock, as you can see, MACD pointing down. Nothing to do because we don't have enough room to trade it. 123 pip ATR. Pound New Zealand easily went down to its ATR plus some more. Means Pound New Zealand should go up an ATR tonight a little bit. 133 pip ATR. Watch for 133 pips to the downside. All right. Over to New Zealand yen, and almost a target. We're just shy of target right now. Just a couple of pips right there, as you can see. And that's the ATR target at 91.71. They'll most likely take that out for sure. All right, we can't trade Aussie Swissy or Aussie New Zealand because they only have 40 pip ATRs. Pound Swissy just barely qualifies, and it has 63 pips to the pip to its target. All right. Last night, you knew that's where it would be today at the end of the day. And there it is. All right. So tonight, all right, and watch for this down in here, 63 pips. Now, you don't have much room. You got to get it quickly because you're going to run out of 55 pip space pretty quickly. All right. All right, everybody. There we go. All right. Let me read this from... who was that from? From JT. Okay. The Office of the Comptroller of Currency reported cumulative trading values of U.S. commercial banks and savings associated with 17.6 billion in the first quarter of 2000. The first quarter trading revenue was 8 billion, or 83% more than the previous. Wow, we're up to 8 billion. Wow. 7 billion. All right. Wow. In the report, just speed reading now. I don't want to read all that. So 11, almost 1,200 banks now, right? And 9% of the total banking industry. 4 banks. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, nice job. Way to go. All right, JT. All right. Anybody got any questions? Fast trackers. Do we need to go to market analysis this morning? Fast trackers. No. Okay, we won't. All right. Does anybody have a question? If not, we're going to close it up. Thank you, JT. Thanks for your support today. Thanks for being active. I appreciate it. You bet, Erica. See you tomorrow. Don't forget. Hey, by the way, we will be here Friday for planning purposes. We're normally closed, but we will be here again on Friday for a question and answer. Those of you who were here last Friday would probably said, man, it was worth going to. So you might want to come, and also give you the opportunity if you're thinking about fast track and it's right for you at this time in your life. You can ask some fast track questions.